What's going on, everyone? Everyone out there in podcast land. No, don't adjust your sets. You've got the most recent episode of P3 Radio here. But before we begin, I feel like me and Josh need to break down what you're about to hear. Just a little bit. Josh, you want to tell them what they're about to hear?
Well, you're going to hear a tranquil piece from Chris Mullins and Josh Briley and Richard Mulligan. And during this piece, you're going to notice a lot of agitations and frustrations and tribulations. But don't you worry your pretty little heads.
Yeah, if you
because it's all a rib.
Yeah.
And it's all in good fun.
If you listened to last week, I think we said we're hanging out with a good friend. So sometimes things happen and you get a little bit overzealous. I think it's fair to say that 3/3 of the room, maybe even 2/3 of the room. Well, that's probably more fair. 2/3 of the room.
I like 3/3.
3/3? The whole?
The circle.
The whole room probably wasn't in their Monday morning go to work mind frame, like our physical condition.
I think every one of us, every single one of us had been up and was
very tired. Now, I think one person did get a little bit more tired than the rest, but there's no stones to be thrown here. I'm just... Because it's going to come out in the wash, as my grandmother used to say.
Or in the piss.
Yeah. So, just know, because this episode is so short, that because we had to cut so much out, but it is a part 2 from last week. And we did cut some stuff out. It wasn't because we were sitting here saying anything racial or anything derogatory towards the homosexual race. What are you making that face for? Is that not what they're called?
Did we say any of that shit?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying,
then why are you even bringing it up?
No, I'm saying the reason why we're cutting it is because it was just kind of lulling in certain spots.
A lot of it, from what I understand, was 2 friends, maybe even 3 friends arguing.
I think there was 3 up here.
Arguing.
We weren't really arguing.
Well, we had a disagreement, and a lot of what we cut out was just we're not trying to air every bit of our lives on this fucking podcast, and we just had to cut a lot out that was kind of personal.
I don't even know if it was personal.
Oh, it was deeply personal, I guess.
I looked at it as 3 friends, all tired, one half asleep.
Maybe autopilot.
Yeah, one might have been on autopilot.
Well, when I say it was deeply personal, I'm just saying, like, you know how somebody is when they're really tired. A lot of times they're amplified maybe by 10.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So this episode's going to be a little short, and we're going to be back with you after you hear the second commercial, and we will be bookending this episode.
What does that mean?
It means we're going to be right back after this episode of P3 Radio.
Welcome to P3 Radio.
The monkey only dances as good as the guy grinding the organ handle.
Demolition, we're coming for you, baby.
That was my moment of I carried a watermelon.
And if you're going to call me back tomorrow, whatever, I'll give you.
You better believe I took my turn a little bit.
What?
Cool story, bro.
PG3 Radio. Nope.
Here's your host, Josh Briley.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up we have crying little blind children.
Richard Mulligan.
I don't know. Is this making any sense to anybody out there?
It's showtime! It's showtime! It's showtime!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of P3 Radio. My name is Richard Mulligan. I am joined by my co-host and best friend, Josh Briley. Josh, if you can, say hey.
My name is Chris Mullins.
Good enough. And we are also joined by our other best friend, once again, from the West Coast, Chris Mullins. Chris, say hey, man.
Hey.
All right. 2 for 2.
I did better than Josh, right?
Yeah. So
That's all I want in the world.
Josh is super excited that Chris is here, as well as I am.
Yeah,
I'm
you want-
super tired.
You won't
Josh-
look at me, though.
Josh is taking it a bit too far. Josh is kind of taking it to the bad dad at a little league game
Let me tell you something, man.
status here. Go ahead.
I've killed
wait.
more wasps than you.
No,
I have.
in your lifetime, that's a
Like,
weird stat.
No, like within the last 24 hours.
Okay.
I have.
Congratulations, man.
So,
You did it.
egg
Egg on my face.
I have.
So
Fuck you.
Josh is very excited about Chris being here, as you can hear.
I love you, Chris, man.
Richard, could you
You're
sit
the,
between us,
you're
please?
the model.
No,
You're the model. Chris, the model Martell. What's your name?
Josh is happy. I mean, we're happy to have Chris here with us. It's been a while. It's been. I don't think you've even seen my daughter, have you? You were.
Like,
you came into
seriously,
town right
what
before she was born.
What is your
That's right.
last name?
Mullins.
Mullins?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's not that bad.
This is that bad of a name.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I thought it was Martell.
Did you guys ever think about changing your names?
Like,
I did
to
for a little while.
Thunderbolt?
Something like
Seriously.
that. Yeah, you did?
I have.
You changed your name?
No, I'm not comfortable forking over the money, but
You
I
just
have
wanted
thought
to.
about it.
You just.
don't
you just.
understand.
You had an alias. You want to have an alias.
It's
Yeah.
So you want to be Josh Thunderbolt Briley, or do you want to just be Thunderbolt?
no.
Well, I've thought
not what I
about
meant.
just making it like Thunderbolt.
Hi, everybody. This is Richard Mulligan. I'm joined here by my best friend, Thunderbolt. Say hey, Thunderbolt.
Like Thunderbolt, known in 3 states.
What the hell is a Thunderbolt?
Thunderbolt Patterson.
No, but
Come
what
on.
is it? Can you tell me what a Thunderbolt is?
It's just somebody that reacts, like, pachow, 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 pachow. Like, quickly.
What about Pachow Briley? Josh Pachow Briley. You were Poncho.
Why not?
That's where our podcast gets the name. It's
Pop
Pop Poncho
Poncho.
Podcast.
you gave it away.
Yeah, no, we've
Oh.
told it before. We had it on the first one. There's bugs in here. Thank God
There
they're not
are
wasps.
bugs.
I jumped a minute ago because I thought it was another
Yeah.
wasp. I was like, oh God, he's got me. But no. So Josh is over celebrated my birthday here. We're on our second week of my
Is
birthday.
it your birthday?
Yeah, well, and now it's Chris's birthday. When this comes out, this will be Chris's birthday.
I'm
so
sorry.
happy birthday,
It's a
Chris.
nice, we created a nice symmetry with that, didn't we?
Yeah, happy birthday,
36,
Chris.
right?
Cheers.
Cheers.
36. Yep.
36?
He was the bridge between us. Like you were the 36, I was the 34.
I was the usher. And here's the bridge. Here's reality. Jake the Snake, right?
And you said this show wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
So my grandfather used to drown rats.
That's what I wanted to go.
You wanted to hear that story. It's
I
a
did.
horrible story.
Well, where did he used to drown the rats?
In our backyard.
Oh, my God. We were
Go
just-
ahead.
It wasn't like a
Go
mob story.
ahead.
We're talking about real rats.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, so
I
you know
didn't- I
we
didn't think you were talking about people who had told on you.
Fucking
Something.
famous people
my
that
grandfather. His last name
he
was
drowned
Chris
stool
Stinelli.
pigeons.
Kriss.
Criss.
You know what I mean.
You were spelling crisscross. But no, Chris, Criss. But I joked that his name was Kristinelli. But no, he had a trap. It was called a humane trap that he turned into a nightmare. That
Are you sure it wasn't Human Trap?
no, yeah, maybe. But he had this thing called a humane mouse trap. And he
Yeah.
we grew up poor and where we lived. There was
I know you make
Yeah.
fun of me because I don't listen to this podcast ever, but I know you have a mouse trap story in the archives already.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
that wasn't mine. It was somebody else's.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we're building on.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
But
Building box.
he had a
you know what
mouse.
to put on the T-shirt.
I love it.
He had a mouse trap that was like a little box and had a door on it, and the mouse would go in, but it couldn't figure out. It couldn't push the door back out. Like once it got in, it was just stuck, It was just in that box.
Story of my life.
And like it was supposed to be humane, so you would take it off to the woods somewhere and open the box, and the mouse would get out and run off and get eaten by an owl or whatever the Circle of Life Elton John song it would be. He he would take this metal box
Sir Elton John.
in the middle.
Sir.
Sorry, I forgot he was
Sure.
knighted. But he would look. I remember there was one day. And I just had another thought pop in my head. I'll tell that in a minute. It's another mouse story. But
We'll put a pin in that.
yeah, we'll put a pin in that. We'll come back to it.
That's another way to kill a mouse.
Back on P3.
A pin.
There's
Put-
more than one way to kill a
Put
mouse.
the pin in the mouse.
My grandfather drowned them. So
Wait. So the humane way to kill the mouse with the trap,
It wasn't kill them. It was catch and release.
catch them and release them.
Yes, it was like
Bill Dance.
yes, it was catch and
But
release.
but that wasn't doing it for him, so he broke bad.
he
and
just
decided
didn't.
that-
He didn't feel like firing up the old car that was
Uh-huh.
probably bad about getting out of town.
Oh, Blue.
Yeah, old Blue wasn't
Oh,
the
that's
best. It wasn't the best in the world. So he's like, well, I can
Picture an old blue car.
He's like, I'm not going to break down on the side of the road
Well,
to
you
try
would.
to.
That's old
That was
Blue.
old Blue.
Yeah.
It was a Cadillac Bel Air.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it
Anyway.
was.
So, which we had spray painted because it did a paint job.
You spray painted
Yep.
it blue.
No, it was already
ironically.
blue, but it was
It was
starting to
sky
rust.
blue.
This is how poor we were. It was starting to rust, so we taped
Kind
up
of
the
a
windows
cornflower.
and painted it the same color blue. We found a spray paint that was the same color. We spray painted the car blue.
And then you got somebody to ironically label it old blue and like license plate it. Old Blue.
Yep, that's exactly
love
what
it.
happened.
Old Blue.
So he wasn't going to fire up old Blue because he was like, I ain't getting stuck on the side of the road to give these new mice a home. So he looked at me one day with no regret, no remorse, and just takes these mice and dips them in a 55-gallon drum of water because we just had a 55-gallon drum of water just sitting outside. It was sometimes a trash can. Sometimes it just filled with rainwater, and they'd used it to water the crops and stuff. Had
Where's your
mosquitoes on it for shit, but I remember them screaming. I know that sounds horrible.
Let me show you how to get rid of 30 souls for
There was a lot of them in there too. I was like, it was bad. I mean, it was a depressing story. I don't know why y'all wanted to hear it. It wasn't as fun as it sounded.
Yeah,
but
we did beg you for it.
Yeah. So he dumps it underwater, holds it there for a minute, looks at his watch, pulls them out. I don't even know. I think he dug him a grave. I don't know. He had a garden, and, the backyard was just all garden. And so mice were even more attracted to our yard because there was just like the whole backyard was a garden. So it was like, yeah, there's food out here. There might be food somewhere else. But the other story was he caught one time in that humane trap, and he let it go, and he wanted me to kill it. So he gave me a garden hoe. And, like, it's running down the sidewalk, and it's, like, running at me. So I'm freaking out, smacking the ground with this garden hoe. And I finally catch it on the back of the head and cut its head off. I'm, like, 5 or 6. And I'm like, I'm excited that I did it. I'm like, yay, I did it. And my grandmother goes, don't you be going to school and telling everybody about this.
Oh, no.
It's like, I killed a mouse today with a garden hoe. It got in our house. We're poor. It's great. So maybe we should listen to some commercials. Spend 10 minutes. Chris, which one do you want to hear? We've got a new one about Christmas cookies.
Okay. All
You
right.
wanna do that? It's not Christmas cookies per se. It's P3 Radio. No, it's tinyurl.com/P3 cookies. It's gift baskets for your loved ones
That's nice.
this Christmas season. We also have P3 Radio's on Wrestling Connection here. It's highspots.com. Visit them at P3 Radio's official link, tinyurl.com/P3Wrestle. We'll go to a sponsor here, and we'll come back, and hopefully that milk will take hold in Josh's system, and he'll be good to go. What do you think, Josh?
it's all on me. It's all on me.
It's make or break. Make or break. We'll
You're,
be
you're the milkman.
Yes.
You can do it.
We'll be
Rely
right.
on me.
We'll be right back.
How do you drink milk while you hear about the death of mice?
I do,
What kind of man are you?
You just you gotta accept what is accepted.
The things
That's
you
what
cannot
it
change?
is.
Is that where we're going?
The things, yeah, exactly. That's what makes a man.
Good enough. We'll be
I love it.
We'll be right back.
When you go shopping for wine, do you look at the labels? Do you stare at the price and wonder if the wine is worth the expensive tag? Well, stop it, because Wine of the Month Club has you covered. Every month, Wine of the Month Club is going to send you 2 bottles of high-quality wine right to your front door.
And what better way to say I'm thinking of you than a subscription to the original Wine of the Month Club for a friend or a sweetheart. Each month they'll be reminded of your thoughtfulness and will receive the monthly wine letter and newsletter binder. Recipes, wine knowledge, and great wine, and the opportunity to get more of their favorites is at hand. Give with confidence and joy, knowing that you're a part of the original Wine of the Month Club.
By the way, there are no dues, no fees, no hidden charges. Cancel anytime with no obligation. Just pay no more than $23.96 plus shipping for 2 great bottles of wine. Go there now. Sign up by visiting our link, tinyurl.com/P3wine. That's tinyurl.com/P3wine. The Wine of the Month Club, the original wine club since 1972.
So you want to come back from break now?
Sure.
All right, let's come back from break.
Okay, all right, we're coming back from break.
All right, let's do this. Where's the mouse at?
That's a really unfortunate name for a band.
Welcome back to P3 Radio. More Josh, Richard, and Chris here with you.
Hola.
Coming back from break. Been a while. Feels like we've been off the air for at least 17 minutes.
Yeah.
I always like this song. I like the
I actually, I like this song too.
the trumpet song, the trumpet part of it.
3 for 3.
Yeah. You were just dissing me, Josh, about wanting this song played.
Well, I think he could you hear it in your head when you during that big row? Did you actually run it through and go?
I think I heard some derogatory names that he was calling me.
Did. That's fine.
It's a good song. Listen to it.
Reality is reality. I could never be your woman. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, you could be. So you got Twitter followers. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Making Chris uncomfortable.
I'm not uncomfortable. I'm sitting on a.
I could never be your woman.
Got a very nice mat there. Well, welcome back to P3 Radio.
How many
Where do you
Twitter-
guys stand on microfleece?
Who?
Oh,
Micro fleece?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, man.
that's a minute part of my life.
Like, for real.
No,
If it wasn't for micro fleece, like, I wouldn't
Whoa,
have
whoa,
a
whoa,
cover.
whoa, slow
not
down.
micro fleas.
Fleece?
Oh,
He knows.
what is it?
I wouldn't
Or
have
what?
a present from my family from Christmas, man.
Okay.
It got sad.
Yeah.
Got really sad. And
I'm sure.
Micro fleece.
I'm sure they would have gotten you
For
something
real.
else.
That's all he ever talks about is damn micro fleas.
All right. Do you guys? Are you guys the proud owners of a nice micro fleece popover? Those are great for this time of year.
I don't know what that
What is
is.
It's like a.
Josh is pulling out his phone. I guess we're boring him.
It's also
Sorry.
it's a. I'm not
Something
quite sure
buzzed.
how it's different than a pullover, but I just like I like to say popover.
Pop over?
Yeah.
Huh.
Some selling.
I think
Josh,
those are very nice.
Follow me on Twitter.
They're perfect. They're made for men who are like 35ish.
Huh.
Which
I'm
we all are.
exactly 35.
Yeah.
35.
I'll get you a popover.
Thank you.
But
Popover.
to further my initial point, not going to be microfleece.
Oh.
Because I don't really like it.
You don't like micro fleas?
No, they say because it's synthetic fibers and they're so tiny and they don't biodegrade that the world is covered with non-biodegradable bits of plastic from
Yeah.
microfleece.
Uh-huh.
So if you can imagine, if we keep producing it, there's just going to
Right.
be like a film of non-biodegradable micro fleece fibers on everything.
What do you tell those people that like make their living on non-biodegradable micro fleece organisms?
Huh?
What do I tell them?
Yeah. What do you tell them?
Well,
You're about to be out of work soon. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm asking Chris.
Okay, I'll shut up
What
then.
does
I'm
he
sorry.
tell them?
what is that? What do I tell them
I don't know what the question was, Chris. I'm sorry.
What do you tell them?
about microfleece?
Right.
Who are them, by the way?
Who are them?
Yeah.
Yes. Who are you telling about microfleece?
Just
What kind of machine makes microfleece? Can we talk about that?
Macrofleeces.
The big, yeah. It's like that whole thing with like Doritos, where
love Doritos.
it's presumably there's a great Doro out there
No.
somewhere.
Oh.
no. Stop. Don't ruin this for me. You've ruined so many things. Like, don't do this.
Are you talking to your dad right now, or
I'm
us?
talking to Chris Mullins. No, don't ruin this.
Don't
for
ruin
me.
this for me, Father.
For real,
Having
man.
what are you talking about?
You don't even own a microfleece. You just
Don't
said it.
ruin. Don't
Wait, no,
ruin.
do you have a blanket? Is that what they got you for?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
real.
For gift?
Don't ruin Doritos for me.
No,
Please.
it was a joke,
Okay.
Josh. He was saying.
Why don't you shut the fuck
All
up?
right,
Richard?
I will, Josh.
Chris.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I'm fine. I fully admit Doritos is a perfect experience. I mean,
Thank you.
They've engineered the
Doritos for
bag to
ranch.
have the
Oh my
perfect
God.
sound when you open it and the
Oh.
smell. And
Not like Sun Chips. They're loud
No,
motherfuckers.
don't even say that.
Sun Chip bags are
Come
loud,
on.
man.
They're done. They're over.
How
with.
does that matter?
So we said we were going to have a
hey,
point.
okay, all right. Hey, you
Yeah,
know what?
coming back with a
do you
point.
Do you guys want to hear about the worst meal of my life?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
It was Subway.
Oh.
No.
That's where I get my Doritos. Where I wear my fleece.
So I used to live in a building that had a Subway, and so it always smelled like Subway. So I never wanted Subway. And then I moved somewhere else. Don't worry, this is going somewhere. And this old building I used to live in was on my way to work.
Are you
I looked at
scared for
Josh
your
when
life?
you said, "Don't worry,
Are
this
you
is
scared
going
for your
somewhere."
life right now? Like
And
you moved somewhere and
You're gonna ruin our Subway
unsure,
sponsorship.
You're
Go ahead.
unsure.
Go ahead, Chris.
And
I'm sorry, man.
this isn't a good story. We're
go
gonna
ahead.
cut this
No,
out.
No, we won't.
We'll make one.
But this was probably
up our Subway
probably 6 years
sponsorship.
ago, and I was going into work kind of late, and I thought I'll stop and grab some Subway because I'm a hungry boy, and so I did, and I just didn't think about it as a whole meal.
Yeah, Subway.
Yeah, and which is easy to do. So I already hate this story.
No,
Anyway,
we're
so,
committed
okay,
now.
all
Whenever
right.
you think
Okay.
it's the shits,
Okay,
keep on
so
moving.
I'll tell you what I got. This is what I got. I got whatever is what's the one of the, it was some kind of the rubbery chicken, right?
Meal Deal Volume 2.
It was
Yeah.
like it had some kind of orange sauce on it. What's one?
Yeah.
What's one of those? sauces?
Teriyaki chicken.
No, it wasn't
Yes.
teriyaki. No,
Orange chicken.
Keep guessing.
Number 7.
I don't know. We have to cut this.
No, you're good. Just
No, fuck it.
we'll just pretend we got
Seriously.
it. Go ahead.
Well, oh boy. Oh, it was like a jerk chicken or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was
Just
like
real mean
but it was,
to you.
But it was bright. But it was bright. Yes, very good. It was bright orange.
Yeah, it's really funny.
And I
You gonna eat
and
me or something? Fuck
so
you.
I got that, and I got it with some terrible mustard, and then I put it on like herb bread,
Yeah.
and then I got some salt and vinegar Miss Vicky's,
Yeah.
and then I got a vanilla Coke. Okay, and so I told you this is a stupid story. And then I went to work and I ate it, and those, I don't know what I did. It was like some sort of like those combinations of flavors was the worst thing I ever put in my mouth. I don't know why they don't warn you. Like just like have a big chart of
Hey,
how the combinations.
You should probably take off work.
It's not as intuitive as you think. I know better now. It's getting
I don't know where to go from there.
Hey.
okay.
think about it.
My grandfather drowned rats.
No. I was gonna say.
Do we cover that?
Yeah. I
Okay.
think that's all we need to know about that. But
Did he tell you?
You used to make a
you know,
beautiful
usually-
jacket out of them.
okay. Well, here's something you'll like.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you remember?
That's a rat coat. Sorry.
Richard Lee.
Get in here. It's Christmas Day. I just drowned 45,000 rats. But I got you a set of rat pajamas.
Oh,
It's got a tail on it at the end.
Wait a minute.
Your ass ain't gonna be warm.
I thought of something earlier. What was the impression Josh was doing earlier?
Ernie Ladd, motherfucker.
Ernie Ladd.
Ernie Ladd.
Ernie Ladd.
Oh.
Ernie Ladd does this right here.
I'm
Ernie Ladd.
fucking
I was just
Indian.
thinking, you showed me Ernie Ladd on YouTube, and then
Yeah.
Josh did it, and I didn't
Yeah.
think it sounded anything like it.
Goddamn.
But then
It's an impersonation.
But then we started talking about how the name Gary Busey reminds me of the words "very busy,"
Oh, I love
and how
you for
he
that.
played Buddy Holly once,
Right.
which is
Something you didn't know. Yeah.
almost the same phonetically. But then I thought, well, if Josh could do anything in this whole wide world,
Yeah.
just fresh off the bat,
reign.
I want
Free reign.
to hear him just wing a Gary Busey impression.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Right now?
I
see if
do.
you can do it.
Yeah, let's
I'm
do it.
going to be honest with you. Most of our listeners.
Play me a Gary Busey.
No,
On here.
this
Right
is
now.
No.
this is the point.
No.
Gary Busey.
Let me
That's-
hear
that's
like a
Morgan
30
Freeman.
second
More.
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey.
And
Morgan
I'll
Freeman.
perform one. No problem.
Morgan Freeman
Like-
wanted to
Okay,
watch
all right,
Josh
30
do
seconds.
Gary Busey.
Gary
Okay,
Busey.
all right.
They
Mr.
said it would take
Joshua.
Josh 45 years to do Gary Busey.
Okay.
Goddamn Lethal Weapon. What did we
He did it
watch?
in 42.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna make it more complicated. I want you to do Gary Busey as the Green Goblin.
Hey, I'm going to be honest with you, Chris. Our listeners probably want to hear more about this rat coat. I'm going to just be completely honest. They want us to keep going with the whole rat coat, rat pajamas.
How do you get Hall and Oates from Gary Busey?
Is this a joke?
For real.
it's a riddle.
I don't know. How do you? You crash your motorcycle. I don't know how that. This is not a punchline.
Like, are you for real or
Is that your Gary Busey?
no?
Go ahead.
Just
do it.
You gonna do it?
Play me a Gary Busey.
No, I don't have
Just
Gary
play him
Busey
some
loaded
Gary Busey.
here.
5 seconds.
I don't have that. Damn it.
Come on.
Can we just talk about the
Bullshit.
rat coat?
For real.
But if we play it, then you're just gonna compare it.
That's a
and-
All right.
magic.
So what are we doing?
ability.
What are we playing? Gary Busey
Gary
talk or
Busey, I don't
Gary
care.
Busey like singing? What are we doing?
Gary Busey, I don't fucking care.
If I type that in, I don't know what's going to come up.
Well,
Gary
type
Busey.
it in. I
Gary,
bet
what do you
you'll
want from
find
Gary
something
Busey? Do you want him?
amazing.
Are you going to do a song or what?
I don't fucking care. I'm telling you, Gary Busey,
All right.
whatever.
All right. So Gary Busey, whatever. Here you go. Here's the first Gary Busey thing.
Everyone that I see carries a rainbow around their shoulder.
So Gary
I
Busey.
killed a lot of people in many ways. Who are you? I'm an angel in an earth suit. I tried to talk her into going to Texas with me to ride a horse backwards, but she vetoed that.
That's perfect. Cut it off.
Hold on.
Yeah, okay.
No matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter how you feel, it's always up to you. You can't go wrong with the cat in the hat.
That needs to be in our open, by the way. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, can't go wrong. No matter what you do.
FUN stands for finally understanding nothing.
Yay! Let's go. Let's rock.
Okay. All right.
Hold on.
That's
You put your hands right on their rib cage, and when the picture's taken, tickle them. And they're going,
Goddamn.
they're really happy. It was fun.
I'm having so much fun I can't remember my name. I am the Cat in the Hat, and I love you.
And I am a winner.
So my grandfather used to drown rats. Rich Lee, come in here and unwrap your rat
Let
coat
me show
now.
you
It's gonna keep you warm.
adulthood is all about. Let me show you what being a man's all about.
You gonna have to drown these rats.
Fuck a $2, $4 square meal.
I don't want to
From
drown.
crystals?
I don't want to drown a rat.
We're talking about.
That's your rite of passage as a man,
We're talking about open late,
Josh.
past square passage.
You're not supposed to just read whatever's on the screen. This episode has been. We were talking about
If
last
I could-
episode was.
If
the
I could
shits.
take this fucking retro ring, like from Hasbro or whatever company it is,
It's probably Hasbro. Let's go.
and
Mattel.
sling it into your face right now.
Wow, why would you want to do that?
To just probably just to shut the fuck up
Okay.
of whatever you're producing.
Well, I will be quiet over here. Go ahead. I will wait. Y'all talk.
I'd probably do that.
Go ahead.
Like,
I'll talk.
just
Y'all
to
talk.
shut
I will.
you
I
the
will be
fuck
quiet.
up.
I will be quiet. You go ahead.
Like, do you not feel that? Like the energy that I could produce? Like, just you shut the fuck up? Like, could you feel that? Or is that just me? is that just me? Or, well, either way, like, I wish that I could just lash out at you with, the energy that the recent Hasbro fucking ring could produce. Like, I wish I could just whoosh, hit you with that energy that was produced by that ring. I wish I could beat the fuck out of you, man. Like, I think if I could just beat your ass unequivocally
That's a
on the air, unequivocally. Why not?
I think
man?
that's unequivocally.
Whatever. Yeah. We got the fucking scientist.
It's not, though.
We got the scientist
I
on
think he
here.
dabbles in art.
He does.
Not
And that's what makes him my asshole. Like,
Now you're just doing your best man speech.
no, man. I love you, Richard.
Oh, I know.
You're the man.
I was just waiting
You're the man.
till that ship
Whatever.
came back around.
Wait, what are you pouring that mystery liquid?
Some milk.
Why do you guys put milk with...
Why would you do that?
Is it
Well,
because
you were
it,
drinking a glass of milk a while ago. Why would you do that? Why do you want
Huh?
to fight me so bad?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think it's just
wait,
I mean,
hey,
we can go outside and wrestle, I guess. I mean,
Are you
no,
serious?
no. Hey,
For real?
hey.
I have a weight advantage on you and a size
I don't
advantage.
care.
Are we talking about
I
wrestling?
love this
Wrestling?
shit, man. For real.
It'd be fun, I think. I don't have any
Look,
For-
enough soft grass.
Let's do it. For real. Like,
Chris doesn't know what's going on. Maybe in a minute. I mean, let's finish this podcast right now.
oh my god.
Josh has celebrated way too much.
Oh man, I got a boner right now.
Well, I definitely don't want to wrestle you now.
I'm just joking.
Grab the handle.
It's just a joke. What's your problem?
So my grandfather used to drown rats.
God, I was just about to say, we've got so many loose threads in this, and then you brought up the one I didn't want to revisit.
Yeah.
The rats.
The rats.
Oh, they screamed.
so sorry.
They gave me nightmares. 1,000 rat screams under a 55-gallon drum of water. He buried them deep. Oh,
Hey.
Jesus.
Hey, it's respect. This is what it's all about.
We were so poor, we had one of those washers that had, you didn't
Oh, I
have
think
Got
you
rack
mispronounced
bits.
it.
We were so poor, we had a washer.
No, one more time.
We were poor. And
It's
had,
you know what I mean.
I don't have a clue what you mean.
That's called a washer.
Oh, a washer?
Washer.
Yep,
Washer?
that's what it is.
A washer.
We had one of those washers that didn't have a spin cycle on it. It just soaked them, drained them, soaked them, drained them,
Uh-huh.
and then it had like a ringer, like it was two conveyor belt, what is it called? Like almost like if you went to a factory, that's what they would push it down the line. It was those two rollers.
The death
Right,
machine.
yeah.
Yeah, it would just squeeze the water out of them. So you'd put all the clothes through the ringer, and it would squeeze all the water out of them, and then you put them in the dryer.
Like
That's
I'm gonna put you through the ringer.
Yeah, exactly. That's where the line comes from. So we had one of those. I just poured milk all over my hand. We had one of those.
I'm gonna ring you through.
I'm gonna fucking put you through.
I'm gonna ring you
through the ringer.
So when I was a kid, my
put a ring on it.
Ring on.
If you like it, then you put a ring on it.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
That's
the old joke about Saturn and God loving it. So he put a ring on it.
Beyonce.
Oh.
Yeah. So
that's what Beyonce said.
Yeah. She also
she also said Jay-Z stop cheating on me.
I don't think she said that.
She did. I'm pretty sure of it.
No, not those words exactly.
She just say that to the DNC or like for like
What the hell are you
everybody?
talking? Or so, anyways,
She did say.
What are we talking about?
She did say, "Driver, roll up the partition, please."
Look, whatever she wants to drive into her, I'm game. But there's no reason
Drive
to play
into her.
about it. There's no reason to play about it.
Are you suggesting that she is sledgehammering, chiseling something into her? You said whatever she wants to drive into her.
I mean,
well, she is on that harsh like mellow.
whatever you think.
She's the queen bee.
Yeah.
She is.
Anyway,
I think we're done. I think we're out of.
She really
No,
is.
so
For real.
so we had a ringer on our
Wait,
washer.
Oh my God.
Because we were so poor,
For
and the washer
real?
was outside.
I'm fucking like.
No. Listen to me.
Like, it's
The
hurting
washer,
right
the
now.
washer was outside. It was. That's how poor we were.
It's hurting.
The washer was outside. I don't even know how it got
What
electricity.
the
I think
fuck
it was
are
an
you
extension
saying right
cord.
now?
But
God Almighty.
my
Oh.
cousin who grew up as my sister,
Seriously,
she
if
grew up in.
she would have been like during our teenage years.
What?
Like I'd
Talking
had
in the
carpal
microphone.
Tunnel. I'd have had carpal tunnel during
Who?
the teenage years.
You had
oh
car.
my God.
You did?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell us? You would have.
Would have.
Oh, if Beyonce was around.
Right.
She was. She was in the Spy Who Shagged Me.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
that's
during our
like,
teenage years.
That's
That was like our 20s.
97 on. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
She was around though. She was in Destiny's Child when we were teens.
That doesn't count. I was already getting asked by them.
I really like this line of.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we had a ringer, and the washer was outside. That's how poor we were. The washer was outside, and I guess it was getting power from a extension cord or whatever
We
it
getting
was.
powered by something.
But my cousin who grew up as my sister,
Woo.
woo, Ric Flair drip, go woo,
Go woo on a
All right,
bitch.
so that was last episode. So my grandfather grabbed a dead rat, but no.
Grab
No.
dead rat, woo, on a bitch.
Um,
Get the woo, on a bitch.
so my
What
my
does he
cousin
say during that.
my cousin had
Woo, 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 woo.
I don't know. That's an owl. What do you want me to do with that?
That's an owl singing Frere Jacques.
You know what? I heard this person outside my house going, "Whoo!"
You know,
Woo.
it's on
I'm
a
like-
woo on a beach.
So no, she had this Mickey Mouse watch.
Mickey Mouse
And
watch
if
go
you-
woo on a bitch.
So if you touch the if you touch the side, it would play "It's a Small World After All." And she left it in her pocket one time, and we drank. Like my grandmother, ran
Look.
it through the ringer, just destroyed
Mickey
it.
Mouse
I was,
watch go
Oh, really?
woo on a
Yeah.
bitch.
That'd be
Something
wow.
Yeah, it
I
was-
never thought about
on
that.
a
What
bitch.
what happens if you?
oh,
crush
it destroyed it. It
Yeah.
crushed it.
No,
Like
whatever
because it
was
didn't have any
on a
give in it.
bitch.
It was just.
Mhm.
But yeah, I wish I could find one of those. Just I don't want one. That's a horrible.
You're gonna.
Just so I can beat it to death.
I don't think you'll have to go to the ends of the earth to find a
on a
Mickey
beach.
Mouse watch.
No, a washer with a ringer.
a washer with a ringer.
Like I don't know where we even got. Like
Well, you could
I don't know where
make
we
one.
got those. We could make one.
That'd be fun. You want to do this tomorrow? You guys want to do that tomorrow?
We're gonna wrestle on the
Come on,
front
guys.
lawn. Then we're gonna make a washer.
I've already challenged you.
I got an old tub,
So-
and we got a drill. We can make this happen. I don't know. I think as I've gotten older and a little bit more wiser to wrestling moves, it'd be kind of fun to wrestle you on the front lawn.
Dude, I'm totally game. That's perfect.
Then we
I
need to go
always
after your
look for a
dad. He's
challenge.
challenged me a couple times.
Now, for real, man, I don't know if it's like a thing with me or what, but for real, I think
What would be allowed? What would be legal in this?
anything. Anything.
No, if you want it to be like a wrestling match, then
Anything.
it wouldn't be like no punching, no
No care.
biting, no
Anything.
no hooking.
no hooking.
Whoa.
No.
I mean,
Well,
give up
there
our
you
Twitter
go.
followers.
There you go. We're done.
So, well, how would we do it? What would be the
I
rules?
don't know. I think.
You guys
just
wait, are you guys
whatever.
talking about you're gonna
No holds bar. No holds
Wrestle
bar.
in the backyard? Yes, that's
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
I love it. I love it. That's what it is, man. That's what separates the men from the boys.
Wrestling in my backyard?
It does. Man.
There is a lot of traffic back there.
I don't care.
What else separates the men from the boys?
Just a
A generation?
Hair.
telling you, you are the man, opposed
15
to
years, most
me being the man. Like, if I was to get you in an arm bar, like,
Yeah.
we're cool, whatever. But if I was to get you in an arm bar, and you
Then
was to say to me, "Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
in
an arm
I'm
bar.
in an arm bar.
I can't quit. You
I
have
can't
to
quit.
release this."
I can't quit. Wait,
Like
I can't quit. You're going to have to break it, motherfucker.
Ric Flair drip
Just break
go,
it.
woo on a bitch. I mean,
All right.
that's it.
That song really struck a chord with you, didn't it?
It did. Sorry.
Catchy.
We can vape if we want to. We can leave cigarettes behind. Cause our friends all vape, and if they don't vape, then they're no friends of mine.
Yeah.
Vista.
Vista Vapors. For all your vaping needs, go to Vista Vapors at P3 Radio. What?
Not
No.
P3 Radio.
Oh.
What the hell?
It's tinyurl.com/P3Vista. tinyurl.com/P3Vista. Vista Vapors for all your vaping needs.
We can leave cigarettes behind.
Well, that was a pretty abrupt commercial break there. We had originally used that as the ending of the show. We did go straight into the ending there, Josh.
We did, but we had to kind of.
But we broke a rule, and the one rule that we have on the show is we don't talk politics. So
Yeah. Amplified by 10, what I was talking about. Yeah.
And there might have been a moment where you were talking in your sleep about politics.
I could have swore I was on autopilot and I was in my bed.
While we were trying to end the show, you may have shouted, "I want to talk about this."
Something about Ross Perot.
I don't know. Texas Instruments, the calculators.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ross Perot.
Something about it. But no, I want to say this because I don't know if we said it in here because, why would we listen to the stuff that we record while we're editing? But if we did mention that there's going to be a show 3, there's not going to be a show 3.
That shit is over.
We tried. It fell apart hard. Have you ever tried to make something out of clay?
I have.
And then you just ended up going, oh, fuck it, I'm going to make a snake. That's kind of what we did on this.
I'm going to make a coral snake pot.
We started with a 3rd episode, and it
didn't work out, folks. Not at all.
The Hindenburg had a better trial run than what
I think the Hindenburg had a better outcome than what we had, to be honest with you.
It went down in flames fast. And
oh, the humanity.
we don't even have a copy of it because I immediately looked at everybody and go, I'm exiting out and not saving, and I'm deleting what we saved.
From what I do remember about that night, you looked at both of us and said, I am so ashamed of this shit. I'm not moving forward with it. And just so both of you know, you've wasted about 45 minutes of my life that I'll never get back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, before we attempted to do the 3rd episode, there was a political debate in my guest rooms. It became my guest room. It wasn't my studio anymore because... Hey,
because both of us were guests at that point, right?
I will say this. I don't know if I mentioned it in the intro, but what did calm the storm was the fact that Summer Sanders now follows me on Twitter. You didn't have to
what.
say it like that. I tell you what, cue up the exit music. We almost had a perfect show. Pause that and cue up the exit music.
Well,
I think you just no.
know.
Now you're watching. Hit pause. You got to hit pause
I hit
on that.
pause.
No, you didn't. Hit pause. It's the pause button. There you go. We almost had a perfect exit.
We almost did. But nothing's perfect.
No, not
Just
even
like this show.
Yep. So yeah, so that's it. Just gonna call her quits now.
We're putting the tent up. We're packing it back. Loading the truck up. We're leaving. It's over with.
I did want to say that I did enjoy seeing Chris Mullins in town.
Oh, man. We had a blast. I mean, just escaping the banner. I mean, that's what friends do. We bust each other's balls. I mean, we had a good time.
I had a great time with Chris. He did mention that he might be back in January. So if he's back in January, it'll be great to have him back on P3 Radio. And I think he'll be more open with us this time. I think he was a little guarded. He didn't know what he was getting into. He was our first. We didn't know what we were getting into, to be honest with you. He was our first guest in studio. It was great to have him. Love you, Chris, out there in Portland. Is it Portland he's at?
Portlandia.
Portland.
No, that's the show. Never mind.
But either way, if you want to catch us on Facebook, Josh, where do they go?
You will go to your search bar and type in Pop Poncho. You will see our picture and find us.
I mean, honestly, we're not updating that too much. So
No, it's mostly Twitter and
but
YouTube.
If they want to follow us on Twitter, we are starting to become a king because of Josh Briley. Where do they go to follow us on Twitter?
We are at P3 Radio, the number 1.
And if they want to send us an email or give us a call,
it is P3 Radio number 1 at gmail.com. And our number is 731-300-6675. You can call and leave us a voicemail, a text message, whatever you want to do. Just give us some feedback.
that number is 24/7. You're not going to wake us up. You're not going to bother us. You want to just call us, just, God, please don't leave your suicide note there. That's uncomfortable.
I don't think our hearts could handle it.
We'll play it, but it's just going to be uncomfortable for everybody.
Just for a cheap pop. That's all it's going to be for.
And Chris has turned off the episode. But no, once again, if you want to leave us a voicemail, give us a text message or whatever, do that there, and we'll play it on the show. Who knows? You might be a part of P3 Radio as well. But also check out our archives. See some of our early shows. We only get better. I wouldn't suggest doing that. So if you want to, you can. We do have a great interview with Summer Sanders.
We have had wrestlers on the show.
Yeah, a lot of wrestlers, and it's awesome. So go back and listen. We actually have a episode with Mikey Whipwreck, who's starting his own podcast. But we're out of time, Josh. We'll get back into that next week. Till then, this has been Richard Mulligan saying, for Josh Briley, thank you and good night.